It's time for the 259 Show, a weekly podcast that can be found on our website at www.the259show.com or on Facebook and Twitter at the 259 Show. Today's hosts are Joe Peachy.
No, I haven't contacted Michelle because she'd be on the next flight to New York City. So.
Mike Vincelli.
Chelsea's not a girl. This is the name of a soccer club.
Hate you, Chelsea. Broke my heart.
Tyler Diedrich.
I wonder if they have waffles. Ha ha ha. They do.
And Andy Fowler.
Out of all of us here, I feel like I'm balding the most. I got a big spot up on top. And by growing it out, I feel like I'm trying to cover it.
Here's your host, Andy Fowler.
Happy Festivus for the rest of us. The 259 Show is live from the southeastern quadrant of the village of Hilton on this very rainy, snowy Rochester day. Mike Vincelli, Tyler Diedrich, and Joe Peachy live in studio.
This is such a Rochester day.
So
Drew, I just want to thank you for playing my intro song that I sent you this morning as an idea.
Too late, Tyler. Post-production didn't have enough time to take care of all that kind of stuff.
The editing team wasn't able to get on top of
Couldn't
it.
couldn't open YouTube. If
Come on, Gus.
Hey, Tyler, if you want to get involved on the production of the show, it's okay. You just got to be.
We'll play it during Power Rankings.
Got to be present, Tyler. Present is what we're looking for. Coming off of a edgy Team Stealth Christmas party last night.
Edgy.
Everybody lost some hours of sleep, so we apologize in advance.
Except this guy right here.
What do you mean? I don't follow, Tyler.
Drew, I had no idea when you left.
After the team picture was taken last
You did not tell anyone.
I did
He
tell
snuck
everyone.
right out.
I told Ryan Bacchus he had to move his car.
Because Ryan was,
Jay and
Ryan
Pam
was
also
probably
left.
in the kitchen.
Yeah, Jay and
I
Pam
had no
also
idea
left.
Jay and Pammy left either.
Yeah, we all left at the same time. We call it ghosting because there's so many people there, and it would just draw out the leaving process.
Or
Ready?
someone call it the Irish goodbye.
You just say, all right, bye, guys.
Yep, out of here.
Bye, Drew and Sam.
As opposed to the Italian goodbye where you have to hug and
where you gotta
kiss
kiss
everyone. It takes about 20 minutes just to leave.
I will say, I showed up 3 hours late.
Yeah.
Because I flew into Buffalo last night when I landed when the party started. But it was a little awkward right when I walked in.
So you should have only been an hour and a half late.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I landed at 8, so I landed an hour after the party started, and then it took an hour and a half to get there. And then we had to drop Lauren off somewhere, and I had to say hello to Michelle. So, lots of things before I got to the party. But that's actually exactly what I did. I show up, and then there's just everyone's like looking at you. You don't know where to start. And to be frank, I almost forgot some people's names. So I was just like, hey.
And as we know, Joe hates attention.
I certainly like it, but in certain situations.
You were kind of thrown right on the spot there.
Yeah,
Everybody was
like,
sitting around and looking at you.
Joe was so New York City when he walked in, too.
Because I had a scarf
with his
on.
fancy coat and his scarf.
It's a nice coat. I like that coat.
After all,
I thought you looked
Christmas.
handsome, Joseph.
Thanks,
You've been looking so good.
And I was wearing my...
It's the hair. That's what I heard.
It's the hair, it's the beard, it's
Shout
the
out-
2-week
shout out
haircuts. Does Alex list? Do they have this
No,
playing?
there's
playing
no way.
in
I
the
do
barbershop?
not tell Alex about this.
You don't drop it during your haircut.
it's not up in conversation when he's trimming my beard.
Yeah,
He's focused.
We've had an eventful couple weeks, though.
Yeah?
That we've been off the air. We had two
a lot of things happen.
very eventful football games
Yes.
the last 2 weekends.
The Miami Dolphins did what the Miami Dolphins always do, and they disappointed you.
Except for last year, Drew, as you may recall, Christmas Eve.
That doesn't count.
Last
year doesn't count. Rex Ryan wasn't there.
He was there last year.
Well, he left shortly thereafter.
Yeah, because the Dolphins sent him out
kicked him
on
out
his
of
way
town.
out.
Thank you for doing that, Miami Dolphins. Big program in store today. A lot of football talk. Some other sports talk as the Orange last night fell to your alma maters.
You mean the Bonnies beat the Orange?
The Bonnies!
Say it like
The
that.
Bonnies!
And guess who's back?
Who's back, Joe?
The Bonnies are back, and they're better than ever.
Joe,
Yes.
how much do you and I both care about the Bonnies?
I honestly had no idea they were playing Syracuse until about 6:59 last night, a minute before tip-off. That's how much I care. No, it'll be cool to see them make the tournament if they make the tournament, but am I gonna shell out $600 to go to that game? Probably not.
My worst fear is that the Bonnies will play Notre Dame.
We'll root for Notre Dame.
Well, I will, but if Notre Dame, it's a lose-lose situation for me, regardless of what the result is.
Yeah, I guess.
Anywho,
You're thinking Notre Dame's going to make the tournament this year?
They got a
they
decent
might
team.
make it. How far are they going to go? I don't know. They're not looking too good right now, but
So on
it's a long season, Drew.
On a rundown today, we have a continuation of a segment we always like to play here. Is Tyler Diedrich is a hipster. We've modified one segment, Doofus of the Week. It is now Pet Peeve of the Week, since our pet peeve topic was that 3 weeks ago.
It was so hot.
Went over so well, and it made me open my eyes to realize how many things I do notice that bother me.
This opened your eyes to that?
Opened my eyes to how much I don't like things. Power ranking topic this week was Tyler's choice. He chose least favorite Christmas songs, and maybe only 25% of the round table here is really bought into the idea of a decent power ranking topics.
Time out. What? What was that mangled sentence you just said?
We disagree, and if there was a veto in play, it would have been vetoed, but you guys vetoed the veto idea.
Oh, so why didn't you just say that then?
Because we all don't like the topic this week. Sorry to break it to you, Tyler.
No. It's not so much that you don't like my topic. It's just that you couldn't put together a sentence that offended me.
Do you want to sit over in this chair and press the buttons? That's fine with me if you want to come over here. And,
No, I just want to push your buttons, Drew.
a little bit of airing of grievances, Tyler. Is
It's
it?
Festivus,
Are we
Drew.
doing feats of strength later
Yeah,
today
we
on
got
the program?
It's Tyler versus Guster for feats of strength.
Yeah, that's what was voted upon during breakfast this morning, our pre-production meeting this morning over at the Hilton Family Restaurant. A handful of things for food talk, airtime, and I revisit
An age-old debate.
a debate that we had maybe 7 months ago, and we're going to revisit that. And I think I am able to throw Rudy off of the Mount Rushmore of sports movies, but we'll get to that.
Drew's
towards
been
the end
working
of
on
the
this for
program.
months.
I did research, and
He's got
Hey,
a whole like research based like 30-page document ready.
Thesis.
New Year, new Drew.
Papa Bear's turning over a new leaf.
Yeah, we don't have to do anything at work, you know.
No, I got the next week and a half off. I'm a teacher. It's great. Sounds like you're complaining that you got to go to work, Tyler.
On Tuesday, I
That's
gotta
my
go.
new. That's my new favorite thing to ask people. So you got to work this week.
Sucker. So you listen to the 259 Show, weekly podcast that comes to you this time every Saturday morning on the 259show.com, Facebook and Twitter at the 259 Show, villageradio.net tonight and Sunday mornings. Also available through Google Play, iTunes, and Alexa. Let's start, Mike. You and I this past week had a nice cold brew or two. Wood Kettle Brewery is open.
Not officially.
Yeah,
We went to the
this-
soft open
yeah.
for friends and family.
They're opening next weekend,
Opening
Thursday,
next week.
Friday, Saturday officially. They'll be open 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday, closed Monday, Tuesday for brewing. Roughly 2 to 9, 2 to 10 each day.
It's awesome in there. It was great to see how packed it was all day. I drove by around the 5 o'clock hour on my way home from work. Parking lot was full. Went there that night around 7:30. Parking lot was full. There was no room around the bar. It was great to see. There was food going, drinks flowing, and some good times had.
The best part of the whole thing is, granted it's brand new, but it's a very clean. We walked through the the brewery part of the building a couple times, and they've been brewing for about a month, and it's still spotless.
Oh yeah.
So
It's real nice, and Jeff was great working the room. I thought they did a great job.
the food
Thursday
looked
night.
great.
Yeah.
What kind of food do they
They
have?
have
there? 'Cause
paninis, some
going
flatbreads.
Going this week. I'm very excited.
I don't know if they'll have a full menu yet, but they're going to have pretzel and beer cheese. They did have a beer cheese there the other night, not Papa Bear's
Nah.
famous cheesy sauce. We'll
Just
work
trying
on
to
that,
get
though.
a sauce named after him.
Got to get in on the ground level of the cheese.
You have to, Drew. I think you have to invest.
what?
You have to be an investor to get a
The
cheese
what?
named
I'm a
after
mug
you.
club
The
member.
cheesy
See?
sauce.
Mug club.
The cheese.
Right, but if they gave everyone who was a mug club, we have two
get that
different
drop
conversations going on. If they gave everyone who was a mug club member their own cheese, Drew, they would be. There's not enough cheeses in this world for that.
Well, we do have the platform of this podcast that they could use at their.
We've put them on the map, Joe.
You know, we
With our
when
free
When are we
advertisements.
gonna start? When are we gonna start selling ad space? We can bump some ad space on this thing. I'm telling you, man.
Extend our
Hey,
hour and a half long.
you guys have the week off. Figure it out.
For $5, you'll get a 5-second bump.
A 5-second bump.
Yes.
We should make jingles for companies.
Well, we could do it like DeTulio. They don't even go to a commercial break. It's literally just DeTulio talking.
About the Stone Yard.
Or we just
Skips on the ridge.
Sometimes I like to get myself a nice sandwich.
Oh, a
why
Cubano,
doesn't Schmegs donate to us, like cater us every week?
What? I don't know.
A lot of free press there.
You can work on that. You're not working until Tuesday, Tyler.
Well, they're closed Monday.
All right. Woodkell Brewery opening next weekend. Food there. The beer is great.
Yeah.
And friend of the program, John Schwinn. Pretty much a full-time employee there. So if you want to go catch up with Johnny, he's down there pouring, brewing the beer as well. I highly recommend it.
Wine there for
those who don't like beer.
Yeah, they have those individual wine bottles.
They got those little
arsenal. Cuca and Seneca Lake wine.
What if you're a person who doesn't like either of those things? Is there water there?
There's a pond out back.
A retention pond?
Yes.
There is food, Tyler, so at least you got that.
I'm sure they have, like, fountain drinks.
No, I didn't see a soda fountain there.
A pop fountain.
Maybe they bought a liter of
I can't
cola.
imagine they even have a gun because it's not mixed drinks.
Jeff, we need a liter of cola.
Chocolate milk.
So
Liter is French for gimme. Have you ever seen Super Troopers?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Bring a liter of your pitcher of your sink water, Ty.
there you go.
Papa Drew's famous tap water.
Papa Bear gives us bottled water.
Yeah, fancy. Sponsored today by Poland Springs and Tops. Football. I've been to, being a season ticket holder, all of the Bills home games this year, but the Snowvertime game, I left at halftime. That's the game versus the Colts, where 8 inches of snow fell in about 10 minutes between the time I left the tailgate to walk into the stadium. But Buffalo football, when it's snowing out, is crazy. I highly recommend it.
It's crazy when it's not snowing out either. Also.
A lot of craziness ensues at that place, but the pictures from that game, Drew, looked
It was sweet.
unbelievable.
I'm 11 rows up, and I couldn't see the pylon right in front of me.
That's crazy.
That's how crazy the visibility was.
I get, and I mean, I don't want to cut you off because I'm sure you have tons to talk about, but I turn the game on. I get the Sunday ticket on my computer so I can watch the games, and I turn it on, and I'm just like, this cannot be real. Like, you couldn't see anything.
No, it was dang cold, too.
Yeah.
There was a play where I can't remember who it was for the Colts. They were running and they tripped over a snowbank. The snowbank tackled the guy.
That's great.
But the following weekend, we went to the Bills Dolphins game. Tyler and Jake, Dr. Jake, Sister
Lee.
Molly, Uncle Lee,
Mr. Mall.
Mike was there, and I heard through the grapevine that Tyler Diedrich admitted to that being the best tailgate of his lifetime.
Yes.
You did say that.
Yes.
Wow.
Why?
Good crowd. We had a great spot, a good setup. The fire.
We had a fire.
We had a good spread.
Did I not tell you Rado Drew takes care of you?
There it
Get
is.
that. Rado Drew takes care of
Drew,
you.
Drew and I went to a game with Drew last year, but it was just us two. And that was good as it could be for, a 2-person tailgate.
Yeah.
But we had a good crowd of, 7?
A lot of
No,
meat.
6,
A
excuse
lot
me.
of meat.
Tons
Lot of
of
sauce.
a lot
Oh,
of
buffalo
pizza.
chicken sausage from Wegmans.
We had hot dogs cooking for about 4 hours.
But there was we're just watching the Bahamas here on Sports Center as they upset Syracuse last night. But it was a good spot.
Oh, great spot. I love where
We
you
kind of
park.
cornered ourselves off there, and the campfire was good.
The people next to us did a real nice setup, too. They had
one of those
Deep
big
fried
tents.
turkeys.
Yeah, deep fried turkey. They had a trash can fire.
It wasn't too cold. I mean, it didn't rain or snow or anything, so that was good.
So
Yeah, it was in the 30s, but we had the fire. We were bundled up as well as we could be.
Yeah, we had a nice time.
Even in the game itself, it wasn't too cold.
now, traditionally, when people go to games
Sure,
together,
nice cheese
tailgate
platter,
together,
too.
they park next to each other. Though
Yeah.
Tyler didn't park next to us, if you recall. You parked about 3/4 mile down the road.
I always park on Abbott Road. It's about a 10-minute walk to the stadium.
And
I overlooked the fact that there was going to be no yard parking because of all the snow. I had a brain fart and didn't think that was even a possibility. That's never happened to me before. I usually can park on someone's yard. I had to go to the Kettles parking lot, which is a bar right down the street there. I didn't think I'd be able to park next to you anyway, nor did I want to pay, was it $25, $30?
I think. I don't know.
I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Plus, would have been stuck in traffic trying to get out of there.
But you guys stayed until almost the end of the game?
Yeah, well, we walked out because the Dolphins. This is what they do. They give you so much false hope. They have just enough. There's just enough of a shred of hope left that you think that they might come back, and they almost did.
There was a moment in that game where I was like, wait a second, because I was very vested interest in my fantasy football because I was in the playoffs in both leagues to get into the championship game, and I turned the game off and I was watching like Houston versus Jacksonville because I had DeAndre Hopkins. And I turned back the Bills game, and the Dolphins have it on like the 7-yard line. And I'm like, oh,
well, yeah, it was what?
Okay.
It was 21-6, I think. Does that sound?
No, this is when it was 21-13.
I know, but it was 21-6 at one
Correct.
point.
Yeah. And then
So you figure, okay, the Bills are going to run away with it in the second half.
24-16, and then they get the onside kick. The
Right.
Dolphins do it. I'm like,
The
wait.
Dolphins.
a
Let's
second.
talk about how the Dolphins punter recovered an onside kick.
Yeah. Well, because Preston Brown, who's a middle linebacker,
He's on the hands
should not be on the hands team.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
were watching in the concourse. We'd started to walk out. We'll sit here and watch it on the screen, and if it goes into overtime,
that's a
we'll go
good
back
call,
in.
actually, yeah.
But then Cutler threw another interception.
Game over.
Man, that's his MO.
That last
He's
throw was
on
bad.
it.
It looked like he wasn't. He just
He's
didn't
cold.
want to play
He's done.
overtime. He's like, it's cold. I'm done.
See, the good thing about that was
made
it
my
wasn't
$10
it wasn't a painful loss as losses to the Bills often are.
Because Bills were winning.
They were
If the
dominant
Bills
for
would
the
have
first
lost,
3 quarters.
it would have been the Bills lost the game. No offense, I wouldn't say the Dolphins won the game. Because the Bills were winning the whole game.
Yeah.
They were playing very
Yeah,
well.
when your quarterback throws no touchdowns and 3 interceptions, it's the other team handing it to you.
It almost seemed like Adam Gase was like, hey, Jay, we got to play offense again. I don't want to play offense. Jay, you have to go out and play offense. Well, I'm just going to throw an interception. I don't want to play right now.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Kenyon Drake was having a good game. Jarvis Landry was having a good game.
They
but
did not feed Kenny Drake nearly enough.
I know.
I
It was a
think,
great fantasy day for
I
us.
think
though.
the
Oh,
thing,
yeah, all those dump offs at the end.
Dolphins running backs just scorched the Bills for at least 200 yards. I mean, I don't know what it is about Dolphins running backs against the Bills, but they destroy them. And he had like 50 yards in the first quarter. I was like, this is par for the course. This guy is going to gash us for 200 yards.
Yeah, the
2
Dolphins
touchdowns.
moved the ball, but they settled for 2 field goals early,
Yeah.
and then they turned it over 3 times.
Tyrod played very well too. He played.
You mean
good
Ty
quarterback.
God?
My
Yeah,
God.
he came back from that
And you
knee
guys
injury,
don't want.
so-
Well, not you guys, but a
I
lot of Bills fans
I'm
don't
gonna
want
I'm
him.
going to cover that in my airtime.
Okay.
But because
I mean, I'll take him if you guys don't want him.
Yeah, I've got some feels about that, so I'll cover that in my airtime.
Yeah, it's a long road to the playoffs. Even with 2 wins for the Buffalo Bills, they cannot guarantee a playoff berth. They need
I
some
read
help.
somewhere where even though they're above Baltimore right now, Baltimore, even if they both win tomorrow, could surpass the Bills and have the tiebreaker.
Tomorrow's game is nice because we're playing the Pats, so I'm not expecting anything. But we can't clinch and we can't be eliminated tomorrow. So it's like tomorrow's going to happen. Obviously, you want things to fall your way. We want Baltimore to lose. We want Kansas City to lose, right? But if the Bills lose, it's like we still have next week to look forward to.
Joe, you said that you want Kansas City to lose tomorrow. Does that mean you're a Dolphins fan tomorrow?
You know what? Sometimes, Tyler, I root for my best friend's squad.
Once in a great while, you
Once
are
in a great
forced
while,
to.
Yeah,
True.
like watching the Dolphins Pats game, I was like, go Dolphins! Like when they beat the Pats, I mean, come on. I'll bite a bullet
Because
on that one.
up until last week, there was still a sliver of hope that the Bills could have won the AFC East.
There was, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
If we won out
right.
and
If the
the
Pats
Pats
lost
lost
out,
out,
and the Bills won out.
We could be hosting a football game.
Yeah.
A playoff football game in
Also,
Buffalo.
Dolphins at 6-8, there is still a sliver of hope that they can make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, it's really not all that unrealistic that all these teams will lose games. The most unrealistic thing about the whole thing is that the Dolphins need to win 2 games to do that.
Dolphins
Chiefs
get
and Bills.
Well, Tyler, like you said, even Week 16, it's fruitless to put all these scenarios out there. Just win your game, man.
I know.
That's all you got. Just win the football game.
I'm looking forward-
Before you even worry about how many teams lose by 13 points and all that baloney, just win the game.
I'm looking forward to Week 17. The Dolphins are already a 1.5 favorite over the Bills.
Are they?
As of this point.
The odds already came out? Wow. All right. Well, I mean, it's
So-
in Miami, and
That makes
You never
sense.
know what you're going to get with the Dolphins. They beat the Patriots at home, and then they lost to the Bucks at home also. So
Yeah,
who knows?
being, coming home, I don't get to watch as many games I don't get to watch as many Bills games with my old man and with my friends as I'd like. But I'm very, very excited to watch next week's game with loved ones. That's going to be awesome. I'd maybe like to do like a thing at the Jenny Brew House. That'd be a lot of fun. So get all the guys together.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. We should figure something out. Yeah.
Monday Night Football. We're not working.
The retreat.
There is no.
We're not.
There is no Monday night game next week.
No, this week.
This week there is.
Is it Monday Christmas?
There's 2 Monday games because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
There's
a
2,
one at
yeah.
8 o'clock game though.
Yes.
Monday night.
Yes.
I think it's like 4:30.
So maybe we do that.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to go to the Jenny Brew House on Christmas night, Drew.
Probably
Is it
not.
open on
Probably
Christmas?
not open.
But
No,
if,
the
if
bars
nothing's
will be open
going on, if
I'll
just
tell you,
chill-
Bar Louie's open on Christmas.
There it is.
Maybe I
Is it?
stumble over here.
I read that in
for
the
a barley
paper.
pop
Stumbling
watching
in?
games. Let me know when you get home.
All right. Yeah. I'll be
Well, everyone coming out with movies for Christmas or a holiday drink.
Yeah.
So
Tyler Dietrich, you're a hipster. You brought a tablet to an NFL game.
this is not the first time, Drew.
No, it is not.
This is the.
It's embarrassing. That's what it is.
Wait, did you really? Why?
Here's the thing.
He doesn't have a smartphone.
Well, no,
that's why.
not necessarily. That's not necessarily the reason. The reason is I like to bring my video camera to games, but you can't bring video cameras into the lid.
Correct.
New
You
Era
can
Field.
bring it. I mean,
You can't bring
it's
a tablet.
basically like a cell phone.
Yeah, he's
He
using
has
the
his cell
tablet.
phone and his tablet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah.
is like
It
the
combine
size
them together.
isn't that much different. so
Combine them
it's like-
together. It's a.
My fingers
iPhone.
aren't used to the small screen on the phone to like check my fantasy lineup and
Look, man,
the Twitter.
I have the utmost respect for you that you've held out this long to not
Coming
have
on-
to not have a smartphone.
yeah, coming
It's impressive.
up on 10 years.
I mean, like I check my email once an hour.
Yeah.
There
You know.
was an opportunity, and I don't know if you saw this at the tailgate. Tyler was holding it over the fire texting. I could have swatted it out of his hands. I
think
could have been
it
that
was
guy.
cell phone.
You're that would have survived.
That thing is indestructible.
that
That thing
might have
could have
been-
sat in the fire for 5 minutes. Would have been fine.
That might have been the end of the 259 show, though.
I don't think Tyler would have been pleased.
No, I'm pretty sure he would have been pleased either. But we mentioned a couple minutes ago Saturday games and Monday games for the NFL. My question is, why not every week? I know they're doing it now, Saturday games, because college football is not as mainstream. There's a couple bowl games, I believe.
There's a couple reasons why this happens. For many years, the NFL always did like a late season Saturday doubleheaders. Eventually, it became a tripleheader. Actually, they got rid of it when the new Thursday night football package started on the NFL Network in 2006. So it was all they added some late season Thursday night games. They had a couple Saturday games, and they've had a handful of Saturday games here and there since then for the last decade. The last couple of years, they've tried to get back into the Saturday night doubleheaders. That's because the TV deal has it's like 18 games or whatever, so they have to find other nights to throw these ones on. So college football's over, throw a couple Saturday games on.
I would think they would always want Saturday.
The problem is they won't do it during the regular college football season. There are antitrust laws that prevent the NFL from playing on Saturdays or Friday nights during the high school and college football season.
Really?
Yes,
That's
unless there's a game that has to get rescheduled because of a hurricane or something.
That's really stupid, in my opinion. I'd rather want football when I can watch football. Thursday night's not optimal.
I agree that Thursday nights are not good nights.
The
for
product
football.
sucks.
It's not great, right? I don't agree. So I think one argument that you make, Drew, is, well, why don't you just have it every Saturday? I mean, I think college football is great for Saturday, and NFL football is great for Sunday. You know what I mean? Like,
I would
I'd
like to see the Thursday night deal turn next year into maybe a few Thursday night games. Thanksgiving, the season opener, or whatnot. But then I'd like to see more like Saturday, maybe a few more Monday night doubleheaders like they do in the opening week.
Right? Yeah.
But more Saturday night games. Maybe the Saturday tripleheader toward the end of the year, like they did back
I
in the
think
day.
we say that too, is just because we've talked about it before. There's no good college football product around this area. None of us are. Well, Tyler's a big Notre Dame fan, but the rest of us, we don't care much about
We're
college
not
football.
tied to any-
Down south,
Yeah.
college football's life down there. They like the LSU, Alabama fans. That's
Well, yeah.
their
I
team.
mean,
That's their Bills
just
around
think
here.
about
That's
it.
their.
Think about it on the opposite spectrum, though. Alabama, Mississippi, Auburn's in Alabama. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But Arkansas, what pro team do they have? I mean, the closest is maybe the Cowboys
yeah.
or Nolan.
But NFL's
you know,
a lot
so,
easier to. It's a lot easier to attach yourself to a pro
it's
sports
easier
team.
for us to attach, I think, Well, it was easy for me
Well-
to attach because of the
Well,
Bills.
yeah, because of the Bills.
You know what I mean?
But look how many people, like myself, I'm a Packers fan. I have no affiliation to Wisconsin whatsoever.
Right, but it's because, like you said, we don't have that college team. Like
Yeah.
Syracuse I mean, growing up, I like to see
I f-
Syracuse do well in basketball and
Yeah.
football, but it's not like I was like a huge fan.
I feel like college football is more of a cultural type thing, and NFL's
Yeah.
like mainstream. Everyone.
I would love to see Syracuse football become relevant again.
I think it'd be great for the area. Will it
It'd
ever
be
happen?
great for
I
Section
don't
5,
know.
because like so many kids would go play at
Yeah, the
Cuse,
thing is, if
you
they
know?
do want to be
Well-
relevant, they got to recruit from well beyond New York State.
Right, that's a good point. Because, yeah.
Anyway, we'll keep my program moving right along here. I had a brainstorm. And I think Tyler is the only one who hasn't heard this yet. Bachelor party ideas. Going to an Army football game down
Ooh.
at West Point.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
I think that's where we're going to end up. It's kind of centrally located between Joe and my brother Mike in New York City, and Dr. Jake will be in Scranton at that time. We could hop on the Amtrak, get down to West Point. It could be a down and back kind of day.
I think
If
that'd
we
be
do it.
awesome.
You could probably
probably
find
stay the night
some
there,
fun
man.
things
Yeah.
to do there, too. I mean, I'm sure there's...
There's gotta be stuff around.
Problem
the
is,
college.
though,
You know, actually, you could take the Metro north up, right? And there's a lot of. I know you're not really into like nature and hiking and stuff like that, but there's a lot of like really cool kayaking. There's a lot of cool like hiking trails. I don't know.
Problem
If you
is
we
wanna,
could enjoy some real nice
you
fall
wanna-
foliage.
if you wanna-
Fall Saturdays are
if
tough
you
for
want
me.
to appease Greg, Nick, and Cal.
Oh, sorry,
for
fall
hiking.
Saturdays are tough for Tyler. Let's pump the brakes on
Hey.
the bachelor party idea.
Hey, you do what you want.
You're saying you're not going to be there?
I don't know. It depends when it is.
It's going to be on a Saturday in
During
September.
the college football season because it's Army.
I've already got to miss 1 weekend of flag football for this guy's wedding.
Hoser.
Yeah, and another Saturday for my wedding. So there's
Not
two
necessarily.
Saturdays. Yeah, definitely necessarily. Are we going to do this right now? Are we going to air the grievances?
I'm gonna,
Fuck you, man.
Should we leave?
Drew, where are those cookies?
Oh,
Seriously though, where are those cookies?
kitchen counter.
Yeah, it's all a moot point if I'm not in the championship game. So,
Oh, you're going to have to miss the championship game
I'm
for my
not.
wedding?
I'm not missing the championship game, Drew.
So you're going to miss my wedding?
I am not missing your wedding either, Drew.
No, that's one or the other, Tyler.
The game will be over.
I'm going to get Amanda Dietrich involved in this.
She'll side with me.
No, she won't. I was there. Of course, the bell. Here we go with the bell. I was there at sunup on the day of your wedding. Because that's when we were supposed to be there. Do you recall?
We'll need you videotaping everything, Tyler.
Drew doesn't want my services for record. Hi. Why'd you bring Gus in here?
It's time for the pizza strike.
look at
Pizza strike.
Yeah.
Let's say that. Drew, what time is the wedding?
We have not determined when the wedding is yet. It'll probably be a 2 p.m. start. A coin toss at 2 p.m., followed by the national anthem. But we're going to be gathering here. We're going to do a podcast that
We're
morning.
still talking about
Podcasting.
Yeah, we're going to do a live episode that morning.
Yeah, with everybody.
Because why not? It's a Saturday morning. That's what the show does. Every Saturday morning on our website, the259show.com, Facebook and Twitter at the259show. So, bachelor party, we're thinking maybe West Point.
I
for
think
an
that'd be a really nice time.
Army-Navy would be ideal, but that would be after the wedding.
Yeah, that's
So,
or the weekend after Thanksgiving usually.
Who made these?
Drummond.
Papa Bear.
Drummond makes the best chocolate
This is
chip cookies.
perfect.
You've never had my cookie?
What's your
No.
secret? You use Crisco?
No.
Butter?
Salted butter.
What do you?
It's not the salted, but I mean you can definitely taste that.
What do you
Can you
do?
pass one this way?
But
Be like
it's,
Tyler
the,
and
it's,
eat
the,
on air.
it's the mixture between. It's not soft. It's not
No,
hard.
it's
Drew.
perfect.
Would you
Yeah.
consider Penn State? I know you mentioned that one time before also.
I like the novelty of Army.
I have read great things about Army games on my Notre Dame message board, so.
I like the fact that they only pass the ball 21 times a season.
And I'm sure it's got to be a cool town around there.
Yeah, Mike and
There's
I,
be other stuff to do.
And
It's
Mike
not like
and
we
I-
got to drive back the same day. It's
Stay the night. And
yeah, Mike and I were talking about this last week, Tyler. The leading wide receiver for Army this past year had 6 targets, which is hilarious.
And all 6 were touchdowns, probably.
So, and then how about being the wide receiver for Army? Running routes, knowing the ball's not going to be
Got
coming
blocked.
your way.
It's gonna be a blocker.
So, Just an idea for you.
I like that.
Oh,
If anyone's been to an Army game, let us know.
I got the
Give us some
schedule right
tips.
here, Drew. Saturday, September 1st at Duke, okay. The next Saturday, September 8th, which is not Joe's wedding, okay. They're playing Liberty. Ooh, they play versus Hawaii, but that's Joe's wedding day. At Oklahoma, at Buffalo, at San Jose State.
On Facebook, Amanda Diedrich weighs in that she agrees with you that you'll miss my wedding.
I told you.
Who can we get
Amanda.
Who could we get as a stand-in groomsman? Eric? Have Uncle E on
I mean,
standby?
that's your
Jake.
call.
You're going to break your leg, and you're not going to be at my wedding. And the pictures are going to be uneven, and I'm not going to hear about...
I'm not
Tyler.
missing the wedding.
Drew only gets married once.
I'm not missing the wedding.
There'll be more
What if
flag
you break
football.
your leg?
I just might be late for the
what if you
pregame.
break your leg?
If I break my leg,
We're not showering in this house.
The pictures are going to be ruined.
And I'm not going to hear the end of it for the rest of my life. If the picture numbers are uneven.
You can't do that to the bride, Tyler.
Yeah.
Think about the bride, Tyler.
hey, it's all a moot point if I don't make the championship game, so we'll deal with this on October 20th.
So I need to pay the officials, or the referees then.
This should be our poll question. What should
Tyler-
Tyler do? Drew the right thing, Tyler.
Yeah.
Anywho, sorry that
Ooh.
I'm eating on air.
Okay, maybe not for your bachelor party, but I think maybe someday we should go to the Army-Navy game.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
We
We
just
talked
said
about
I
it.
imagine those tickets are probably super tough to get, though.
Why?
I don't know. It's in the
It's in December in Philly.
it's in a
Right,
bigger
but, like,
stadium.
I think if you... So Aaron's family, ding,
Cha-ching!
no, Aaron's family is very, her mom's side, they're all, a lot of them are in the military. And, like, they go nuts for it. Like, a couple of them are
Can they get us tickets?
a couple of them are Marines, so they're rooting for the Navy. A couple of them are you know, part of the Army, so obviously rooting for Army. They get really into it, man.
I'm sure they don't like each other at all. Is it?
I don't think it's I think it's
there's a respect.
there's definitely like
But
and
there's,
the thing I love about that game
a
is
healthy tension.
right. The thing I love about that game is like
Run,
both
run, run.
teams want to win so bad. Right?
Oh, it's
Because
pride.
There's
So
so
much
much pride,
pride.
but at the same time, you are never ever going to see a dirty play in that game.
No.
You've never watched Army and Navy play then?
Wait, really?
Have
Is
you
it dirty?
ever watched
No,
them?
not really.
I mean, their offense is based on cut blocking, which, I mean, sure, it's legal, but...
Yeah, but it's not like
Well, I mean, cut
scummy
blocking.
stuff,
Cut
you know what I
blocking
mean?
is different than clipping. Like if you see the guy, if you're a defensive lineman in a
But
D1,
they are-
you're not going to tear an ACL getting cut block because you're going to see it coming. But it's when you like just do it to a blindside guy that you tear ACLs. I don't know. I'm gonna have another cookie because these things are crack.
So the 2 weekends that I'm eyeballing is September 15th. Hawaii travels
I
to
will
West
not
Point.
be there. I'm gonna get married that day.
That's the day of your wedding?
Sure is.
I thought it was the following weekend.
No, sir.
All right, so Liberty, September 8th, or Miami of Ohio, October 20th.
Oh, full foliage will be in full effect that
Full
day.
October tailgating's fun.
October, yeah, we could wear sweaters and
Jeans.
corduroy pants,
I think,
that.
LL Bean boots.
But if it's October 20th, Tyler may be in the semifinals of his flag football league. So we might have to pump the brakes here and not go to that.
I need.
Hey, listen, you guys do what you want.
I gotta figure out what I'm doing for my bachelor party. You and Mike gotta talk about that.
Nope, the ball is in Mike's court.
No, he's planning on talking with you about that.
Yeah,
He
it's in
said-
his court.
He said, Tyler, he said, Joe, me, you, and Tyler gotta get lunch.
All
so
right,
we
let's
can talk
transition
about it.
here to everybody's favorite game.
Oh!
Way downtown.
We're back.
Being the 52nd episode of the 259 show, I figured might as well bring back the
hate this
game.
game.
What year was
Such
it?
happiness!
For a one-time edition.
Oh.
What year was it, guys?
Oh boy.
No Googling, Tyler. And this year, Melissa Joan Hart starred in the debut of the sitcom Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Remember that TGI Friday block on ABC?
Yes.
Taco Bell took out full-page ads in 6 major newspapers nationwide claiming that they had purchased the Liberty Bell and renamed it to the Taco Bell Liberty Bell as a part of an April Fool's joke. The launch of Judge Judy, the greatest court-based TV show of all time. The first ever cloned mammal, Dolly the sheep, was born. Hot Mel and Ask Jeeves were also born. Not sure if they're still around today.
Probably not.
And the car dealership's tube man, or fan man, you know that guy that blows in the wind?
Wild Wagon Inflatable Arm Flailing Tube Man.
He was invented. What year was it?
Time out. What was the first one again?
Melissa Joan Hart debuted in the sitcom Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So everybody, what year was it?
1997.
99.
96.
Dang it! 1996.
Well, technically, Tyler only said 96 and not 1996.
Tyler, you're always wrong.
Oh, behave. Has he ever
Tyler.
gotten this one wrong?
I got one wrong.
I also want to...
What gave it away for you?
We should start doing what
Sab-
month and year was it?
The Sabrina the Teenage Witch was
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean...
or no. Oh, Dolly the Sheep. That's what it was. It was
See,
a
'cause I
combination
remember,
of those
but
two.
I remember
Tyler
that.
celebrates Dolly the Sheep.
No. I remember when that Dolly the Sheep thing happened. And
It's not
usually,
fair. I was 3.
when I'm thinking back on my life, I can't remember things from 96.
No.
Like, the way I remember things is through Buffalo Bills football, and the only thing I remember is Todd Collins and Alex Van Pelt playing quarterback in 97.
So the year 1996 just blocked.
So I have no idea what happened in that year.
The lost year. of
So, Joe,
1996.
do you have any memories of watching Jim Kelly play?
No, I don't, and it really sucks. I'm serious, it does.
The one clue that I left out, Tyler, was Space Jam.
Oh,
Also,
that would have given it right away.
But that brings up my point to the Mount Rushmore of sports movies.
Oh, boy.
Space Jam is the highest grossing basketball film of all time. And it did not make the conversation, at least, of the Mount Rushmore of
Wait,
sports
it was the
movies.
highest grossing basketball film?
movie of all time.
Okay.
Can you remind me of the
Do
four
we
movies
have
that
any
are on Mount
basketball
Rushmore?
movies on our...
Can you
No,
tell me? So we have Rudy.
Rudy, Rocky, Remember the Titans.
Miracle,
and
I think, was the other one.
Miracle.
Okay, so because that wasn't part of this conversation. That was a show I missed. Shocker!
But you submitted a top 5. though.
I did. I told you the movies I like, but still. So like, I hear what you're saying. It's tough to have 2 football movies on this Mount Rushmore, but at the same time,
Especially a fictional one like Rudy. He was offsides.
okay. But at the same time, like I
We're having
think
this
football
conversation again.
is more popular than any other sport for movies.
Worldwide?
No.
Wait. So we're basing this on worldwide top grossing sports movies of all time.
Then I'm
So we need a bunch
submitting
of
gold.
like independent soccer movies.
No, I'm just saying
Gold's a
Space
great
Jam.
Lego.
I'm just saying
French
Space
box
Jam.
office movie from 1952.
The problem was we didn't set the precedent ahead of time. Okay,
Lego.
we need to base our list on the top grossing movies, and we need to have one from each sport. If you would have said that, okay, then maybe you would have more of an argument here.
No,
But at the same time, what 4 sports do you pick? Because, well, ideally you would pick football, basketball, baseball, and hockey.
Soccer.
And
But
wait,
we
time out.
have
You
soccer.
forgot, Joe. You forgot bobsledding.
Yes, cool runnings. But then we can't have Rocky.
No,
if you go by that metric.
The purpose of Mount Rushmore is a dialogue of what do we agree the top 4 movies
I think the
are.
point of Mount Rushmore is the best of the best, no matter what the genre.
And Rudy's not on it.
I think it is.
That-
Rudy is
Drew.
inspiring.
Okay, are we picking? Is it just our Mount Rushmore, or is this?
It's ours.
Our Mount
Okay,
Rushmore.
Rudy was in my top 5. It was in Joe's top 5, and it was in John Schwinn's top 5.
Oh, we're bringing John Schmidt into
And
this?
you wanted Hoosiers, which was only on like one list.
All right, Tyler.
That's why we did it.
Go play your football, Tyler.
Hey, don't get nasty, all right? I'm the one who's supposed to get upset on this show, all right? Nobody else is allowed to get upset.
Well, why can't I start getting upset?
I'm the only one who can swear.
Joe,
What?
speaking of getting upset, The Office is coming back on NBC. What are your
No,
thoughts?
not necessarily. It's just these are just talks. These are
So,
Allegedly,
preliminary
The
talks.
Office is coming back.
With the old
actually,
cast, with the original crew?
this is interesting because my power ranking is something like that.
Ooh.
How do I feel about The Office coming back?
You don't like it, Joe.
Don't mess
Same
up a good
cast
thing. Don't
minus
mess up a
Steve
good
Carell.
thing. I honestly, I would
Don't do
rather,
it.
I would rather just watch The Office
On
start
Netflix.
to season, start to
That's
finish
like
again.
the hot thing to do is to bring back old shows now. But why are we bringing back one that just ended on really good terms?
Yes,
just a few
I
years
would
ago?
rather you put all of the money that goes into making a new Office
And feed
and
the
make
kids.
three episodes with the OG cast. Where are they now? You know what I mean? Like,
My-
what happens now?
Or a movie.
A movie.
Or a movie or something like that. Like I think. Drew, go ahead.
It seems like every show has been rumored to come back at some point.
My thought on
Sure.
The Office, it did go one season too long.
Well, it went like two. Yeah, two.
They killed, more or less killed off the Steve Carell, Michael Scott character.
Yeah, well, yeah, he moved on.
Yeah,
Which they should have ended with him.
exactly. Or
Leaving.
do it one season post him.
How many did they go after him?
Two, I think.
Because they had the one with the guy from Blacklist.
Yeah.
And then they had a season where Andy was in charge. Yeah, it was just like...
Yeah, so it went one season, in my opinion, one season too long. I'm not a big fan of it coming back. I'll watch it.
Speaking of The Office, I got a fantastic gift last night from
yeah?
my
Tell me
stealth
about
Santa. I got a framed floor plan of the Dunder Mifflin office, which is... I love that kind of stuff. Like, I've got in my little man cave...
Man cave material.
In my home... I've got I got a really nice framed Buffalo Bills matted photo, and I got like the Super Bowl photo from the '90s, and as you get older, you like looking at Drew's man cave, right? You're not just gonna put random posters up; you're gonna put framed things up that look nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I
Full
appreciate.
framed.
Yeah,
things,
it's
as
like-
Jill
Oh,
said during
not just the
breakfast.
assortment of posters that you had in your room
Right.
back in the day.
So, and this is much to do with my fiance Erin basically telling me. She worded it like this: "Look, you're not a college kid who's aspiring to move to New York City. Take the New York City photos down, Joe." I was like, you know what,
Joe.
that makes sense. So, Drew, love the gift. I really appreciate it, man. The shirt was great too.
Can we break down for just a second the posters that you used to have up on your wall?
God, what
You
a-
had Carmelo Anthony for the Nuggets because you were a huge Syracuse fan.
huge.
You had the Hulk. You
To
had
be fair, I like Marvel characters a lot more than I liked Carmelo for the Nuggets. I had a Beyonce poster
yep, just because you were
had-
supposed to.
just because I was supposed to.
You
I
had Tupac. Because you like what was it, West Coast rap?
Yes, that is West Coast rap. It was. Are you talking about the poster I had in my bedroom or at college?
Both.
Yeah. What else? I had a Bart Simpson poster.
You had your Bills one is completely respectable.
Bills posters are fine. I'm allowed to have those.
That was awesome though because it was a Super Bowl from like the '90s.
Yes,
Poster.
that poster's really cool. I have it framed. It's
Yeah.
nice. I like that poster a lot. But Tyler, man, just, looking at if you'd walk into Tyler and I's dorm room, both our freshman and sophomore year, it was like Tyler had like a Dolphins pennant and that was about
was
it. And then
pretty-
my wall was just plastered with crap that I didn't need.
Oh.
Like I would take the picture from the Buffalo News
Yeah.
every week, and I would tape it to my wall.
But you curiously stopped after they lost to the Dolphins, and then they went downhill the rest of that season.
Well, I think we started like 5-2 that
Yeah.
year, so I could see. Yeah, I
Fitzy got his huge contract.
No, it was
after-
Trent,
it's Trent
Edwards.
Edwards.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was like
yeah.
Trent Edwards. He was playing super well at the beginning of the year, and then he got concussed by the Cardinals.
Yep.
And you just. And actually, interesting note about the year: we couldn't watch the Bills games because there was contract disputes with CBS in the NFL, right? Or no,
the Buffalo
area.
affiliate.
Yes.
The Buffalo CBS affiliate was not. No, it was with Time Warner.
Mm-hmm.
So there were a couple games where they couldn't show the game because we didn't
Yeah.
have CBS. So they put old Bills highlights on TV.
And then they would have the radio telecast on. But yeah, getting back to the first point of Tyler's, yes, I was ridiculous with my posters. I'm still bad to this day with interior decorating. And Drew, yeah, Office man, not crazy about it. Don't mess up a good thing, you know? It's fine how it is.
Let me throw this hypothetical question out there. I'll throw it to Mike.
Okay.
Get Mike involved here. Let's say 5 years from now they want to do. They're talking about bringing the middle back.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, not
You're not
yet.
buying?
Too soon. Not enough time to let things develop. Right?
But if, down the line,
Down the line, yeah, I think it for an entire series. No, I'd like what Joe said, maybe like a 3 to 4 season episode or
Yeah.
some sort of TV movie.
just to find out what happens
To
to
find
Brick
out what
through the rest of high
happened, yeah.
school.
I
Of
think
course, we still have the rest of the
I,
season to go.
I like the idea of the TV movie.
Yeah.
Like a nice 2.5 hour.
They did that with the Brady Bunch back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah. That's all you need.
Anywho,
Look what they're doing with Full House with Fuller House.
Yeah.
That's awful. My sister was
Or-
watching it the other day. I watched it for 3 minutes. It was the worst
It's
thing
weird.
ever.
or
Yeah.
Girl Meets World.
I was so excited about that, and that was such a bummer. That
Honestly, I
sucked.
get more excited when Hulu puts up Boy Meets World and Full House
Oh, yeah.
and Step by Step. I get
Oh,
more
I
excited
love
when
Step by Step.
they
My
put
sister's
those
been
things
watching
back
Step by
on
Step.
the waves.
I was upset a couple months ago. You may recall when they took Home Improvement off Hallmark
Yeah.
on weekdays. You know what
Yeah.
they're replacing it with after the Christmas movies end?
No.
Full House.
Oh.
So that'll be on weekdays
Which
on
is good.
Hallmark.
That's nice.
It was always on Nick
That's
at Night.
nice.
Oh, by the way, I mentioned this last week. The Goldbergs is on Nick at Night now.
Ooh, nice.
We have so much on the rundown. Where are we?
We're making it up as we go.
Okay.
Oh,
Do it live.
I heard a rumor, guys. I heard a rumor
Yeah.
that Droober's Movers are going to be back in action soon.
Yeah.
Trooper!
Trevor Boober.
Maybe.
Where are we going, Mike?
We're going. I am leaving my residence at...
You found new roommates?
I found new roommates that aren't my parents.
Wait, this is news to me. What's
Yeah,
going on?
moving
man?
on to the downtown area.
Nice.
Right around the Park Ave area with a couple buddies with Uncle E. And
Oh, dude, that's
his
awesome.
College roommate, yeah.
So you got a nice apartment on Park Ave, or
in the neighborhood behind it, yeah, right off of Park Ave.
honestly,
there.
it's cheaper. It's
right
probably a lot
behind
better.
Dragonfly.
Okay.
Mike, that's going to be a rough commute out for the 259 show every week.
Nah, it won't be bad. I might just sleep at home when the weather's crappy. But yeah, it'll be a good time. I'm excited. And Druber might need his services.
Well, right now it's the bed of the truck's iced
Yeah.
because of Rochester.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have to.
But I heard that you don't have too much stuff that you need to move.
Not a terrible amount. It's been a casual move-in thus far. We got the keys last weekend.
So your
So the
lease
first
your
of the
lease has
month.
begun.
Yeah, my lease has begun.
Look at you, Michael, and a new whip.
A new whip. I'm making moves.
A new whip.
Yeah, I got a new car on Tuesday.
Making
Buy it
his
or
way
lease it?
downtown.
Bought it.
Where'd you buy
Walking
it?
fast.
Bob Johnson Nissan.
Ooh.
Add time from Bob Johnson.
2017.
Do you
Altima.
recommend them to your friends and family?
I do. I liked it.
Do you recommend them to your friends?
Yes. Not family, though.
Do they go beyond your great expectations?
Great expectations.
Did you use our program as leverage with
I
them?
was like, do you know who I am?
I could talk about you on air.
I'm the fourth wheel on the 259 show.
The car only needs 4 wheels, Michael, to go. So.
Yeah, big week.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about what kind of car is it.
2017 Altima. Nissan Altima.
Whoa.
Fancy.
Yeah.
I miss owning a car.
Nissans are in.
Nissans are hot right now. Yeah, it's nice having my own set. My family.
Your
was
Your own
very,
set, nice.
Very nice about the sharing of the car situation, but it was time I
Good stuff, man.
Congrats,
got up and
man.
buy one. So thanks. Yeah.
That's
I'm excited to be in the downtown area. Live it up.
coming back to Hilton.
Oh, Tyler, I'm right around the corner from Marty's Meats. Hop, skip, and a jump.
Nice.
Don't you like Marty's food truck?
I don't know if I've actually had it or
Oh, you
not.
haven't had it.
No,
Their
because they
food
were
truck's good.
they were among the many food trucks that came to work one day, but I can't remember which ones I ate from because they
Oh.
brought the food inside, so I couldn't tell where it was
Oh,
from.
I thought you've liked
I
it.
might have.
Yeah.
I might have.
I've had Marty's food truck, and it's real good. And
Is this
right
another
there, so-
ad space for Marty's?
Might be. Hey,
Hey, we gotta start
I
somewhere.
gotta
right?
start campaigning in my new neighborhood.
There you go.
Mike, I'll do some scouting for you and tell you where you should go eat.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
It's time for the 259 Show's weekly power rankings.
This week's Power Rankings topic was Tyler's choice. Tyler, what did you choose?
Least favorite Christmas songs or worst Christmas songs, if that's how you want to phrase it.
How many do you have written down on your list?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but I still have to decide the last 2. I have 1, 2, and 3 selected already.
Now, Joe and Mike, did you?
I've got
put
a list. Yeah,
You put a
I'm
list
good.
together?
I created a list.
Yeah.
All right. What's your order, Tyler?
Who's gonna go?
Yeah.
You're gonna go first.
All right.
We'll go Drew, Mike, Joe, Tyler.
All right, we'll go around the table clockwise.
Rip it, Drew. Rip it.
All right, top 5 worst Christmas songs, in my opinion. Number 5, Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is."
What?
Overplayed. You're right.
Way over.
It's not the worst. It might be overrated or
It's good-
overplayed,
no,
but
it's
it's
good.
not a bad song.
It's good to get you in the mood for Christmas, but it's overplayed.
Yeah, but that's not the category. It's
Right.
What is it? Worst or
Worst
least
Christmas-
favorite?
Least favorite.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
it's
least favorite.
It's your opinion. So
Very
Obviously.
surprising, man.
Yeah,
That song is iconic.
I don't like it. They just hit the Billboard top 10 too for the first time this week.
Get you going, man.
It's funny. It's funny seeing the YouTube, there's like a graph that shows how often it's played, and it shows you in like 20-year spurts, and it's like October, November, December, October, November, December, October, November, December, and then there's 1 year in there. We're in like July of like 2006, and there's just a little blip, and then it's like,
That's
what
more
happened
time.
in July of 06?
You know what? It was probably like it was in a commercial for like a Christmas in July sale at a mattress store or something, or a
yeah.
car dealership.
So, I guess that's a controversial pick there. Number 4, Christmas Shoes. I don't like that song.
Terrible song.
You know they don't play it much on the radio anymore.
Thank God.
But no, but
it used to be overplayed.
every day on the Warm 101.3 midday lunch request cafe, whatever it's called, Someone always calls in and requests that.
It's awful. I don't like it. Number 3, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
I'm with you there.
All right.
Someone agrees with you. I just rang the bell. Amanda hates that song.
Number 2, all I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. With that little kid who, the squeaky voice and the whistle. The whistle bothers me.
Drew, I have that in my honorable mention. So
And number 1, no surprise here, Dominic, the Italian Christmas donkey.
You're racist against Italians.
2 of his paisans are right here.
You hate Italians, don't you? There,
Da, 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 da.
She won't date me because I'm Italian.
Oh.
Goodfellas.
Yes.
Hey, can we get some Christmas music?
Oh, yeah.
I'll work on it.
Dude, play Kenny G's Winter Wonderland. No lyrics, it's just...
That's a good idea, actually.
Soothing backdrop.
So that's
Get it going.
my...
You know what, Joe? I haven't heard much Kenny G on the radio this year, although I did hear one today.
See, I the way I listen to my Christmas music is all through Spotify, so I have a carefully curated playlist.
Hi, I'm Paul. Hey guys, just Brandon.
And of course, it's Ed Space. This is why we don't call up YouTube.
But, yeah, Kenny G, man, he... Good jams. Those are good cookies, man.
Michael.
All right. I shared this with you guys in the beginning of the show. I just heard it for the first time this week on the DeTulio Moran show.
Oh, it's number 5?
Yeah. This is a terrible song.
You can't go 1 with it yet?
No. Because I've only listened to it one and a half times. An Old-Fashioned Christmas by Linda Bennett. If you've never heard this, I'm sure you haven't, because none of us have ever heard of it.
Give us
Not
a
even
synopsis,
Tyler.
Mike.
It's... I can't do it justice.
It's even sadder than Christmas shoes.
It's worse than Christmas
What is
shoes.
it called again? I'll see if there's a wiki here.
An Old-Fashioned Christmas by Linda Bennett. You have to listen to this song. It's 4 minutes, and it takes you through this terrible story. It starts off happy. It's a family. They're very happy about Christmas, and all these events lead up to a terrible, terrible ending. And you hear it all throughout the song. It's worse than Christmas shoes.
It was predicted earlier in the song, the terrible ending.
Yes.
According to this website, it's the record label is Mercury. It came out on a 2-track CD.
When?
1975.
Oh, not CD. Record, 1975.
Yeah.
Old Fashioned Christmas is on one side, and on the back side, it's Daddy Cursed the Day. So this lady definitely had it out
terrible.
for
You guys really have to look this up. It's ridiculous. It's pretty funny, but it's a terrible song. Number 4, I'm sorry, German. Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bruce. I hate that
Have you heard?
Wrong jabs.
I'm not a big Bruce guy.
Past week,
Yeah. Well, I just know Fritzy doesn't like.
Did you hear
Bruce.
Fritzy's impersonation of it?
He does it all the time. Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
I can't get into
Really?
it. Man. I'm not a big Bruce fan.
Wow.
I know Drew.
Yeah,
is.
man,
I know you two are. but-
I actually like
Yeah,
both of
but
those
I'm
Christmas
not-
songs.
I mean, a lot of people do. It's a very popular song.
Have any
It's
of you
not my cup
have
of
you
tea.
heard him? Has he performed any of those at any of the concerts you've been to of his?
No.
I hope not, unless it's like Christmas.
He does.
time.
He does though from time to time.
Yeah.
Especially.
No,
his
I
July
remember.
concerts.
I remember back in college, some of my friends went to see him in Buffalo, and he did because it was like
That's
Christmas
probably-
time.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Number 3, as much as I love Paul McCartney, one of
Aw, Mike, come on.
Is not.
That's an awful.
It is not. A
Mike,
good
did you
song.
see the video?
Every time I hear it on the radio, I change it.
We gotta pull out the video of you dancing to it at my wedding, though.
Alcohol was involved.
I was dancing to pretty much anything that night. I don't dance at all either, so.
But yeah, that's probably
my
his
favorite.
worst song of
Yeah.
all
I
time.
see
Worst
that.
song of all time.
I see that on a lot of lists of the worst Christmas songs yet,
Oh, is it really on a lot of
but
lists?
it gets played a ton.
I think people put it on there because it's played
It's
so
overplayed.
much.
It's just
By far
I
the
turn
worst.
it every time I hear it.
I think I had that at number 1 on my. We forgot to recap, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about
we
that
can
too.
recap after if we want.
No, because I don't remember what we had on our
Okay.
list. last
Number
year.
2, I'm with Drummond. The Hippo song is terrible. Number 1, that Santa Baby song.
Yeah, Santa Baby. That's the name.
Is it?
Yeah.
Don't sexualize Christmas. It's not good.
Oh.
This is not a Christmas song.
See, this is what happens on the YouTube here.
Have you heard Jimmy Buffett's "Wonderful Christmas Time"?
No.
That's pretty good too.
Pretty good?
Yeah. Anywho.
Yeah, Santa Baby does it. It's weird.
Any-
Joe
any
said,
version?
Don't sexualize Santa Claus.
Don't do it,
It's
man.
2017. Are you kidding me? We're still playing this on the radio. It's
Here's a-
2017, Tyler.
Here's a question.
Don't you love that argument? It's
Get with the times.
It's 2017.
Get on the right side of history,
How
Mike.
is this still happening?
Here's a question.
Drew, do you hear that? Or Joe? There's people saying that in New York City all the
I
time.
tend to block it out. How dare you?
Sir, I am appalled.
It's very much like that in New York. There's like a bubble of like, well, nobody says that stuff because people in New York won't even bring it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you're not gonna work with someone who's like gonna put a Trump banner up in his classroom because nobody's like that.
Yeah.
I mean, some people might be actually. I think on my staff, but they're
Here's a
not
question.
like blatant about it.
Kenny G.
Perfect.
Does he have a career outside of Christmas music?
Yeah, he's
Oh, yeah.
he's like a famed whatever he plays. I don't know what it's
Is he a
called.
But
songwriter?
does he only tour like November, December?
No, he's got music other than Christmas music. Like
And people go to watch him
Probably,
outside
yeah.
of Christmas
Yeah.
casts.
Drew, you should check his Twitter. He makes a lot of sax jokes.
Ow.
Get it?
Yeah, I got it. Thanks, Tyler.
Yeah, I think Drew. I think he's got a pretty prominent career outside the Christmas realm. But you know what? His Christmas music is enough to send me for.
It's kind of like, what's his name?
Yo Yo Ma.
No. Well, yeah.
Josh Groban, Michael
Josh
Bublé.
Yes.
Josh Groban's
Amy
been in some
Grant.
movies.
No, Michael Bublé is also a pretty
Oh, Michael
good
Bublé is
singer.
awesome.
Well, I know that, but
Right.
Josh Groban, the only time you really hear about him is this time of year with Christmas
You
music.
clearly don't listen to You Raise Me
I-
Up on a normal basis.
Do you?
Yes.
He's in
Every morning.
Speaking
When
of this song,
I need to get my blood flowing for work in the morning,
Your
sometimes
spirits high.
I listen to You Raise Me Up, and then if I'm really trying to go crazy, I'll listen to Tryouts
Joe, do you-
from the Rudy soundtrack.
do you
that
pl-
thing gets me going.
do you play You Raise
Overrated.
Me Up for your students on the last day of school every year and then cry?
Wow, I'm actually going to do that now.
What if one of your students played that for you?
You know what?
Sorry, real talk. If one of my students actually like did that, I would probably laugh. But if they did something like that,
Yeah.
where it wasn't corny like that, I probably would cry. I'm serious. Like,
Yeah.
so when a kid tells you how much like they mean to you and how much you've helped them, it really means a lot.
Joe,
Yeah.
do you remember when
That's
we
why
were
you do what you do, right?
That's why I'm there, guys.
That's why you
remember
get a break every
when
4
we were
weeks.
in first grade at the West Ave Primary School
Uh,
and we had the butterfly thing,
butterfly kisses.
and then like at
Oh.
the end we released all the butterflies.
I believe.
And they played I Believe I Can Fly, which was from Space Jam, which was like the hot movie at that
Did
time.
everyone cry?
Should be on the Mount Rushmore.
Did you cry during that?
Oh no. No.
That was nice though.
It was
like-
so horny, but
It was, but we're in first grade, so you do those things.
So you do those
oh,
things.
do you remember back in the day we never did this, but we talked about making our own music video of You Raise Me Up with you and Greg in a dark room.
Greg,
We never did it though, unfortunately.
Greg and I would occasionally sing that after football practice. And he would pick me up and run around with me. My list, number 5, Last Christmas by Wham.
I like Last Christmas.
I gave you my heart, but the very next day
Whammy.
you gave it away. Come on, man. Like, I don't know. I
It's a
just
good
don't
song
like
for
it.
the day after Christmas.
Yeah. Number 2 or
There's
number
no
4.
good Christmas song for the day after Christmas. It's sad.
It is kind of. I don't like listening to Christmas music after Christmas. It
I don't
makes
even
me a
like
little
listening
upset.
into Christmas Day. Honestly, after Christmas Eve, I'm done.
That's a good point because it's
Christmas Day is kind of sad.
It is.
Like, after,
Christmas
like,
Day is very sad.
After you
actually.
wake up, it's like, okay.
I mean, it's not sad because it was the birth of our Lord
Well,
and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yes.
But
Yes.
the whole idea of like, oh, dude, we've only got 12 more hours of Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm actually working on making a mixtape right now of songs that are still fitting for after Christmas, so that I can wind back down after Christmas ends.
Yes.
There's a lot of songs that don't, a lot of quote unquote Christmas songs that don't mention Christmas at all. They're like winter songs, like
Yeah.
Winter Wonderland, Let It Snow.
Yeah.
Number 4, Hippo song, Stupid.
It's the worst.
Just
This is terrible. Number 3, I don't want to see Grandma die, so I don't want to see her get ran over by a reindeer. Okay, so Grandma got ran over by a
I don't hear that
reindeer.
a ton. I don't hear that a ton.
No,
More
it's
one
kinda
or
older.
3.
Number 2, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. Nothing
Jackson 5?
messes a kid up more
I love Little
than
Michael.
seeing infidelity from your mother with Santa Claus. Now, what that meaning might be is Daddy is dressed up as Santa
Time out,
Claus.
time out. What if Daddy's not in the picture?
Oh.
You know what?
Then
Thank
Mommy's
you,
got a
Tyler.
friend.
Although, you know
Thank you,
what? No.
Tyler, for correcting me on what a true American family truly is. It doesn't always have to be the mother, father.
No, you know what? No, you know what? He does mention Daddy in the song though.
Right? Yeah, Daddy's gonna get upset. Daddy got drunk on Christmas, so. And then number 1 is like Mike. I'm not trying to sexualize Santa here. Santa baby.
It's 2017.
Yeah.
Really? Do we have to do this?
No, we don't.
We shouldn't, right?
No. And sorry, just wanted to give a quick. Hold on, I gotta get there. A quick recap of Drew's poll so far. 4 votes have been in. 75% of Drew's followers say no, it is not okay for a groomsman to tell a groom that he may not be there, and 25%, one person say yes, it is okay.
Who was that? I wonder who that person was. It doesn't tell us here.
No, it doesn't. That's the thing about these polls; they don't tell you. So I'll keep you posted on that.
Thank you. I just posted it on Facebook as well, over there, on my personal page, because the group page won't allow you to make polls.
Poll ends in 6 to 0, so we got some juicy time for this poll. Drew, also, I voted in your poll, and I said no.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Joe. And you know what, Joe? On the day of your wedding, I'll be there when you want me to be there. I'll be there 5 minutes
Speaking of
early.
which, Joe, I know your what time is your wedding starting, Joe?
I have
Notre Dame might be
no idea.
playing.
It's going to be one of those weird kind of weddings, so it's probably going to be later in the day.
All day. All day,
Whereas
baby.
the wedding will probably start at like 3 or 4. So I kind of want to play like golf in the morning or something.
So in
like
theory, I could go play flag football that morning, and then
that. Talk to the boss lady. All right, I'm not making that call.
I'm going to make the call for you. Being a groomsman in your wedding,
Yeah.
you can't. No
Thank you,
time.
Drew.
You got to be there. That's not in town.
Okay,
Tyler,
Taylor.
give us your
Yeah,
top
you will not be there on time if you go play.
you
flag
guys hear me?
football.
You guys hear me? Okay.
Yes, we got you.
Is this thing on?
Is this thing on?
It's about to be.
Am I in the air?
Yeah. You're on Wham.
All right, number 5. I'm going to change. I had the hippopotamus one at number 5, but I'm going to change it up just for the sake of variety.
I like it.
This is a new one. It's by Pentatonics. Christmas to Me.
Not familiar.
You
That's
probably
what Christmas means to... Is that
No.
Oh.
It's like a cappella, but it's
Yeah, that's the point of Pentatonics.
I like acapella.
It's catchy. I usually
Have you
find
seen Pitch
myself.
Perfect?
no.
I find myself doing the
Great
low
Great
race.
movie,
Pitch Perfect 3's
dude.
might have already came out.
Yes, it did, Mike. I had it in the news.
The girls are pretty.
I like that.
All right, number 4. I don't know why no one has mentioned this yet. We're gonna
Everyone's going Wii style.
We're gonna go. Baby, It's Cold Outside,
Really?
which is kind of a date rapey kind of song.
Whoa.
It is.
But it was
if you
cool.
listen to the lyrics of that song, it's pretty weird.
I read somewhere that it was written back in like the 30s, and it was supposed to be like a liberating song for women. So if that's the theory you want to go with, maybe that's why it's still played in the air
Oh.
in 2017.
It's
Mike,
2017. Seriously.
I just switched my chair out. I think I broke
there's
my
so
chair.
many versions of that song too, and I don't like any of them.
What's the original version? Is
I don't even
Dean
know.
Martin sings one version of
He
that,
does.
right?
Yes.
I think it's. I like that. I love his voice. So Dino.
The one,
No.
the one that's been
No.
hot this year, they're playing the one with Brett Eldridge and Meghan Trainor all the time.
Brett Eldridge.
And there's one with Michael Bublé and Adele
Isn't
Dazeem.
Brett Eldridge?
How good is Michael Bublé?
He's good.
So good.
Isn't
is
Brett
good.
Eldridge dating or engaged to your childhood crush?
Brittany Mallory?
No. that Sadie girl from what's? Yeah.
From Duck Dynasty?
Yes.
She's like 9.
I think Tyler's hopes and dreams.
Drew, I
was
think
his
you're gonna
crush,
have to
but
take. You're gonna have to fact check that, Drew.
I'm on it. I'm almost positive they're at least dating, if not engaged.
It might be.
And-
Brett Eldridge?
Oh, look, it's the first thing that came up. Brett Eldridge clarifies relationship with Sadie Robertson.
How old is she?
Very
Like
nice.
15?
She's like
I think she's
20.
I think she's our age.
no, she's like 20.
She just looks older.
Oh, I think Brett Eldridge is also like our age. So.
Is he? Oh. Okay. Tyler, what else you got there?
Number
guy?
3,
on it.
we're gonna go Mistletoe by Justin Bieber. I think that speaks for itself.
I like the Biebs.
Fortunately,
man. I'm
this
starting
is
to
good.
like the Biebs.
He's not bad.
He's got a nice
He's
voice.
lived a tough life.
He's
Actually,
had it so hard.
he has
On the mean
like
streets of
single
Canada.
mom. Like she was like super poor growing up.
Yeah, and he was a millionaire by the age of 12.
Yeah, he did it. He did
Did
it.
it.
All right, Brett Eldridge is 31. She is 20. And they are dating, according to my sources. Sorry, Tyler.
Drew. You know, I never said I had a crush on
You
her.
like that show, though, don't you? I've never watched the
Oh,
show in a day of my
So
life.
if you watch the show, you automatically have a crush on all the women who are on it.
I don't know. Or guys, it's 2017, Tyler.
Yeah, seriously,
It's
Drew?
okay.
Seriously? It's 2017.
Right? Like, not that there's anything wrong with that. I love Seinfeld. Go ahead.
Number two.
seven.
Number two is Santa Baby, specifically the Madonna version. Although they're all pretty terrible.
Awful, the worst.
Actually, the original version is terrible too.
By Eartha.
Eartha Kitt.
Yeah, the original one is the worst. Her voice, it's just like.
All right, number one, and thankfully this song is never played on the radio anymore. I'm surprised it's not. Lady Gaga, Christmas Tree.
What is it?
Not familiar with that one.
It is
Tyler,
a-
Lady
it is a
Gaga
dir-
is so artistic,
It is a
okay?
dirty, dirty song, guys.
Really?
Look up the lyrics yourself.
I'll pass.
But thankfully it's not played on the radio, which is surprising because you know what, Lady Gaga, who's a huge star, she doesn't really have any Christmas songs that I can think of.
I don't think of Lady Gaga and Christmas.
Lady
being the
Gaga and
same,
Tony
huh?
Bennett had
They do, yeah, she
a
did.
couple Christmas songs together a couple years ago.
Lady Gaga.
Were they dating?
No.
That'd be one
Big age gap.
That's a wrinkly man. Short story of Queens.
Basically, this song sexualizes
Tony
the
Bennett.
Christmas
I do too.
tree.
The first line in
it's-
the song is "You owe a Christmas." That's the first line of lyrics. In the
And I think the
song.
next line is "Light me up, put me on top, let's fa la 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 la."
My Christmas tree is delicious.
Are you serious?
Christmas. My Christmas tree
And
is
They used to
delicious.
play this
Just
on
like
Warm
that,
101?
the
No.
259 show has turned into a late night variety show.
Oh, rapum-pum-pum-pum.
What?
Saucy.
I've never heard the song before.
No, then thank God. A few honorable
Oh.
mentions here. There is actually a song called "Please Daddy," and then in parentheses, "Don't Get Drunk on Christmas."
I saw that.
By
That's
John
why-
Denver.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I like John Denver.
Okay, Mike, I think I may have found a song that topped the terrible song that you brought up earlier.
Really?
Yes.
I'll have to listen to
I have
this.
not listened to it yet,
Oh.
but I can tell by the name. It's called "Santa Claus Has Got the AIDS This Year" by Tiny Tim.
You know what lyric I can't stand? And look, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this because it's about poor, thirsty people who need things in Africa.
Are they hungry too?
Oh,
and
you don't like?
And there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time. No, there won't be snow in Africa. There's never snow in Africa.
Fact check, there's mountains in Africa and there's snow on top.
But tonight, thank God it's them instead of you.
It's a weird song, man.
Bono.
One song I left off my list is the 12 Days of Christmas. It just
Oh,
goes
yeah.
on and
Oh,
on
it's-
and
oh,
on.
it's so
And then the
annoying.
remake version, the 12 Things I Hate About Christmas.
12
whatever.
Pains of Christmas.
Pains of Christmas. Hanging out the Christmas lights. Hangover.
Why do so many people in that song sound Jewish? Have you noticed that?
Probably
Wow,
there.
that's wow.
It's Tyler. It's
That was-
2017.
Really insensitive of you, Tyler.
It's 2017, Tyler.
Well, if we left any of the songs...
Wait, I
that-
got one I just don't understand.
Go ahead. Tyler,
it's
I'm sure
it's
Tyler
one
can
that I
explain it.
not necessarily like. I kind of like it, but Feliz Navidad.
Spanish.
It's Spanish for wishing
Or
you
no,
a
no,
Merry
no.
Christmas.
Wait, what's-
Mike,
yeah.
come on. Diversity is okay. All right.
No, wait, not Feliz. What's the Hawaii? Oh, Mali
Mala
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Kalikimaka.
Sorry, not Feliz Navidad.
That's also
Mali.
Hawaiian.
Yeah, but why? Why?
They have their own language.
Why do they need it? Why do
Why
we
do
need
they
that?
need their own language?
Why do we need
And
this?
it led to a legendary city Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Actually,
Dumb.
you know what? I texted Greg Earnhardt last night on because I was. You guys all know why I was late to the Christmas party, and when I texted him and he asked me what my ETA was, I said, "Actually, I would it surprise you if I was still waiting on my flight from New York City." And this was at like 8:00, and Greg texted back, "Eddie, if I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now." That's a great line, man.
My favorite line from that movie this year is the exchange between Clark and what's the name? Todd. Where are you going to put a tree that big?
Bend over and I'll show you. You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that, Griswold.
I wasn't talking to you. I don't know, Margot.
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
I've watched it like 5 times.
I have
already.
not watched it yet. So.
It never gets old.
No, it sure doesn't.
That's funny. This just in. Let me hit you.
We got breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Light breaking news.
Facebook, is it okay for a groomsman to be late? Yada, yada, yada. Dr. Jake Dietrich weighs in with no.
Oh.
Dr. Jake. Maybe he'll be the stand-in.
That's what he's
That's
vying
what he's
for. He's
for.
campaigning for his stand-in.
Keep keeping the
Jake and I look exactly the same. Same height, same
fit
haircut.
the same suit. Maybe.
Where you can see.
Could you imagine Tyler with Jake's haircut?
All right, keeping the program moving along to some sort of agenda
Could you
here.
imagine Tyler with a true hipster
The
haircut?
haircut is.
No, I'm thinking right now. Someone needs to superimpose a man bun on a Tyler's head.
Think if Tyler walked in with that type of haircut.
Tyler's got a man bun, a little fade going on up here. He's got a pinky
What do we
ring
call that
on.
haircut? Joe's got it. Drew's got it. Jake's got it.
The
Eric's got
the
it.
comb over.
I don't have it as intense as these guys.
Yeah, Joe and I are kind of more on the same level. It's kind of just like a
Yeah, it's like a really
like a hand
short-
little swipe.
It's
Yeah.
like the power line.
I call mine.
Yeah, they got the hard part. The hard part.
Drew, where is that pole?
I call mine cover the bald spot. Facebook on my Facebook page.
Tyler,
your
you
Facebook
need to
page,
you
gotcha.
need to have this haircut.
All right, keeping the program moving.
Mike, I have had the same haircut since 1996.
I know. I've known you since 1996.
when Dolly the sheep was cloned. And, all right.
Oh boy, that's
We no
funny.
longer have Doofus of the Week. We've renamed the segment Pet Peeve of the Week, and this is our sound clip for that.
I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about it.
A lot of problems with you people. I
like
noticed
it.
this pet peeve last week when we were at the Buffalo Bills game. People who ski.
Skiers.
Let me. Do you ski?
No,
Do you ski?
never have.
Do you ski?
I have been skiing. I'm not a fan of it.
Do you ski?
I've never skied.
All right.
Joe went to Aspen.
Yeah,
So people who
That's
ski
cool though.
yeah, it was fun.
that keep their lift passes on their winter coat to let everybody know
Jay Clifford.
that they ski. I don't need to know that you ski. I don't care what you do with your free time.
We got to
I
Crystal
agree
Mountain
with
at
you on that.
12:43 p.m. See,
See? So that's,
Fresh powder, man.
so that's my
you want to go shred later, dude?
first pet peeve. Second pet peeve. It's when you're out to eat and the waitress brings ketchup to the table.
Why isn't ketchup already on the table?
Right? Well, when they bring
Well, if you're a fancy restaurant.
so they bring ketchup to the table and they give you an empty bottle. You literally picked up the ketchup bottle from someplace and you carried it. You must have realized there was no ketchup in the bottle.
Oh, this never really happened to me.
Drew,
What?
I understand we've got some breaking news, some breaking ketchup news.
Yeah, sure.
The first and only time you ever
Wow.
did that.
Hey,
Breaking ketchup news. Who wants to share?
the Hilton Family Restaurant no longer has glass bottles of ketchup. At least they didn't have it this
They
morning.
want squeezies.
Which is more efficient. than
Long
ketchup.
overdue, because they always have had the glass ketchup bottles, the Heinz, and you had to put a knife in there, and
No, you never have to put a knife in a glass
tap.
bottle if you know how to do it right.
clearly I don't.
A lot of practice. That's why you got to tap the number.
Well, see, the
and
thing
you got to
is-
have the 45-degree angle.
The menus looked a little new too when we were. They looked
They change up
revamped.
the menu
Yeah.
from time to time there.
There weren't as many coffee stains on it as I normally remember.
So maybe we're thinking that maybe someday HFR will finally go not cash only.
Don't think that'll ever.
They got a new
happen.
ATM though.
Oh,
The ATM's new there.
what's the
so-
fee?
The Lions
$2.
mints are still from
So what did
1997.
we eat this morning?
I had a grilled muffin and a
What kind?
breakfast sandwich, chocolate.
And what kind of breakfast sandwich?
Sausage patty, cheese, no egg,
On
hard roll,
nice.
ketchup.
Fluffy ham and cheese omelet, white toast, home
Home
fries,
fries.
water, chocolate milk.
Water. Chocolate milk was good.
Bacon breakfast sandwich with cheese and egg on a croissant with home fries with onions and 4 cups of coffee.
If we ever do
I'm still
if we ever
yawning.
do callers that know how DP does height and weight, we should have what you ate for breakfast or lunch that day.
Turkey on white.
Hey guys,
mayo.
first time, long time. 2 scrambled eggs, 3 strips of bacon, orange juice, and a bowl of Lucky Charms, and a hot cup of coffee.
Strong.
12 ounce.
Any other pet peeves around the table? Or is this just a segment?
No, I like this one. So I think this is cool.
Scheduling weddings in the fall.
Sorry. You don't have to come. You can RSVP.
Hey, I conveniently for you guys scheduled mine right before football.
Yeah,
season
he
began.
did that for you guys.
You remember that time when we asked you if you wanted to be a groomsman? You could have said no at that time. You had an opportunity to get out, and you never got out.
You
of
had
it.
an out tie.
So you're stuck now. And updating the poll results here, 80% say no, 20% say yes on Twitter, and
How
on
many
Facebook.
voters?
That would be 5 on Twitter.
5 on Twitter.
Now, how do we phrase the question?
The question is phrased: is it okay for a groomsman to tell the groom that they may not be there when everyone else will be on the day of their wedding because he may be playing in an adult flag football league? Which is very factual.
Now, the problem is you're misleading people by making them think that I'm going to be late to the wedding itself. I'm just going to be late to the.
No, I'm not
the
misleading.
pregame.
I said
When everyone
exactly
else
in
will
here
be
when
there.
everyone else will be there on the day of the wedding.
Well, when everyone else will be where?
When I tell them where they have to be and when they have to be there.
It's his special day, and he gets to tell us what he
God
wants.
dang it. Hot diggity dog.
Think of the bride, Tyler. The bride.
Do it
It's
for the
for
I'll
the
tell you what I'll
bride.
do. I'll come early, so I'll be there for the same amount of
Doesn't
hours.
count. Does not count.
I'll leave.
When
and
are you
I'll
going to
come
get
back.
there at 4 a.m.?
Sleeping in.
Tyler's sitting in the garage from 4 till 7.
All right, let's keep the program moving. Let's start wrapping things up. Some airtime. Something I personally hold as...
Time out.
What?
Did you specify or clarify that it is the championship game?
It doesn't matter. It's an adult flag football league. What are you, in elementary school?
I think it'd make it worse if you played a
I
championship.
think we should just have a whole show based on this topic right here. Cause
We pretty much did today. Stupid Rudy. The greatest
We never talked
non-sport...
about porta potties.
The greatest non-sports related sports tradition happened this past week. The teddy bear toss at minor league hockey games. This is when the home team scores a goal. Everybody comes to the game with a teddy bear or 10. They throw them out onto the ice. About 20,000 teddy bears accumulate
Wait, where is this?
all over. It's usually minor league hockey. I think one NHL team does it. But Hershey, PA's...
Oh, the Hershey Bears.
the Hershey Bears pride themselves in this one. But after the home team scores the first goal, the players leave the ice and teddy bears avalanche. And because you can't really throw a teddy bear from the top row onto the ice, you throw it as far as you can, and then somebody else gets it, they throw it. And it's just kind of like this cascading
That's
teddy bear.
actually... finish
And
what
they
do.
donate all these teddy bears to children who may not get Christmas presents.
I love that kind of stuff, man. That's awesome.
And I did a little bit of research here. It started with the Kamloops Blazers in '93, and participating teams average about 20,000 stuffed animals being donated to local
so
charities.
the only problem I have with this, though, is you said non-sport related. It's happening at a sport, Drew.
No, but it's not like we'll go back to Army Navy. That's a sports tradition.
Uh-huh.
Teddy bears have nothing to do with the sport itself.
True.
It's a non-sports related sports tradition.
That's
'Cause it
like
makes me
saying
think-
terrible towels aren't a part of the Steelers
Exactly.
tradition, but they are.
But they're not. It has nothing to do with the game.
But so that made me think of there's another tradition that I really think is cool. There's a college called Taylor University, and they have a night. It's like after finals or before finals, and it's called the Silent Night Game, where
Yeah.
everybody at the school dresses up into like some crazy costume. There's like tons of stuff, and they're like on the court pretty much because it's a small gym.
So
And
I'm sorry.
what happens is the game is completely silent until Taylor University scores their 10th basket or 10th point, and then they just go absolutely crazy. Like they throw like toilet paper on the
storm
court.
the court,
They storm
and it's
the
like-
court. The refs have to stop the game.
Are you serious?
Because it's actually really cool. Because like they just like lose their loving mind.
It just happens once a year. It's
Once a
not
year, it's a
like-
Silent Night game, and the cool thing, it's like it's completely quiet.
So you're saying traditions that are related to sports but not part of the actual
Game
event.
itself.
Okay.
Yes.
Like the shout song.
Yeah. But like throwing a opening pitch in baseball, I would say that's part of the game. Like, that's a tradition, part of the game.
Unlike any other.
It's how the game starts. Throwing out the first pitch. So,
Oh, that's what. Yeah.
I like it.
all right, that's my also an airtime as well. I've watched It's a Wonderful World maybe 3 times this season, and it's on so late, and the movie's so long, nobody else is able to stay up for it. But if you ever have the opportunity of watching that movie with me, I do cry in the last 10 minutes. But it's usually around the 11:30, 12 o'clock block, and nobody else is awake. So,
I like that.
it's a good movie.
Papa Bear has a soft side.
Merry Christmas. Merry.
This is airtime we're doing right
Yes.
now, right? Okay. My quick airtime is Tyrod Taylor. We kind of talked about it earlier.
Ty God.
I have I think I've said this on the show before. Buffalo fans, man, don't get rid of something that's good. Okay, he's a good quarterback. He gets the job done. He's really athletic. He doesn't have a lot of turnovers. I mean, yeah, he does. He has games where he doesn't play very well, but I think we could go a lot worse than Tyrod
if we
Taylor.
get Kirk Cousins?
I don't want Kirk Cousins. I want if
Alex
Buffalo is
Smith.
going to do anything.
There's
Sign, yeah. Alex Smith is the same thing as Tyrod Taylor, the same exact mold. If you're going to do anything, trade up, pick a quarterback, keep Tyrod another year. Don't just throw this quarterback into the fire, right? Let Tyrod,
Case
because
Keenum.
Tyrod's got the Bills in a position where they can make the playoffs, right? That's the end game here. Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, I don't have a problem with Tyrod.
Sean McDermott has to pick the guy that will fit his system, whatever that may be, that he thinks will get him to the Super Bowl in his system.
Jay
I
Cutler.
agree.
I don't know who
Which
that is, but
is- yeah.
Jay Cutler.
So, and then, obviously, have a wonderful Christmas time, holiday time with your loved ones.
It's going to be a great 2 weeks of watching sports, too, the next 2
Yeah,
weeks.
tonight, tomorrow, Monday night, and just enjoy, man. Try not to be stressed. Try to just enjoy
Drive
the
safe.
time with the
Live.
family. Especially tonight, yeah. It's going to be icy out there, people. Watch the roads.
Live,
please.
laugh, love, right, Joe?
Live, laugh, love.
That's our motto.
Just be.
It's 20
Just be. Believe. Okay? Believe in what?
Believe.
What are we believing in?
The process.
Okay. That's another thing. Actually, that's a pet peeve of mine. I'm going to backtrack real quick. Macy's holiday slogan is just believe.
Mm-hmm.
What are we believing in?
Whatever
Can you
you
give
wanna
me
believe.
something to believe in? Like, are we believing in, like,
Santa Claus.
racism? Are we believing in Santa Claus? Are we believing in prosperity? Are we believing in North Korea? I don't know.
awesome deals.
So can you give me a little more?
Coupons.
Can you tell me what I'm gonna believe in? Because
boneless wings.
frankly, Macy's, you've left me in the lurch here.
And my cookies.
So
this has really been bugging Joe. He has no idea what to believe in.
I
This
want
holiday
someone to
season.
tell me, please.
Don't tell me what to believe in, but tell me.
Tiller, Michael.
Airtimes.
All right, so airtime. We lost, in my mind, the greatest sports broadcaster of all time,
Oh, my.
Dick Enberg. You got it queued up, Drew?
No, I don't.
I'll tell you,
Let's
this
see,
guy-
No notes here.
This I said yesterday on the Twitter that it was like the voice of my childhood growing up watching the NFL on NBC. Greatest intro song, greatest sports intro song on TV in the 90s, and then Dick Enberg, who had a voice of gold. It felt like he was like right there watching the game with you, and you felt his excitement. And he was actually the voice of Notre Dame football on NBC for a few years too, which we were fortunate to get, even though it was not a great era of Notre Dame football. But he'll be missed.
Yeah.
Greatest of all time, in my opinion. He did just about everything. The Super Bowl, he did the Olympics, Wimbledon for so many years.
Transcended the act of college.
Yeah.
It's interesting
boxing.
the way broadcasters can do that. Because they're so. You have such an
Fixed.
intimate relationship with them in the sense that the whole game. If you're not watching it, you're listening to it. Right?
There's not many out there still.
No.
L. Michaels.
There aren't many that can do as many sports as he did, as
Correct.
Dick Enberg did.
I mean, Joe Buck has
Buck's
done.
annoying. I don't like that guy.
Jim Nance is.
Yeah, but
Jim Nance is.
I think Jim Nance and Al Michaels are the last of a dying breed. I think that.
yeah. I
But-
think Joe Buck does more of like a reporting side. Like he doesn't.
Well, he calls football, he calls
Engage.
baseball, he does a little bit of golf when they have like one tournament a year, but no one likes him, so.
But yeah, Jim Nance and Al Michaels, the only two left. Probably.
Here's a fun challenge for you. Find a Joe Buck fan.
His wife. I'm sure his wife likes him.
No, but anyway,
I think Tirico's gonna be
Tirico's
good.
good.
Tirico's
you know
good.
what? Mike Tirico has really grown on me. I used
Mike
to not
Tirico's
like him.
awesome.
He's
I
great
love Mike
because he
Tirico.
does Notre Dame football now.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He's the best we've had since Dick Enberg.
Yeah, Tirico's great.
And Olympic coverage with Trico's great
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
Tirico's gonna be the last of.
I'm a
Lessons
big Al
to-
Michaels fan too.
Oh
but,
yeah, who isn't?
When's he gonna retire?
I don't know.
They
Can't be-
gotta,
I
they
feel
gotta
like
be ready
he's
for the
waiting
70s.
his way out. Yeah,
How old
Tirico's
is he?
Tirico's
Was
right
he
there,
70s?
man.
The same way Bob Costas kind of slowly retired.
Yeah, he's not doing NFL stuff anymore.
No.
But he's more
not
of a
doing,
studio host anyway.
Yeah, he's not doing the
he
Olympics.
is. Yeah, he's
He's
more of
still
a guy
doing
who's just
Olympics,
like
right?
he'll do the halftime show.
What a great crew they got. DP,
So good.
Bob Costas, and Mike Trico to give you Olympic coverage from Stanford.
No Matt Lauer anymore.
Yeah, no more Matt Lauer.
Nope.
But Dick Enberg, he was so good at every single sport that he did. Like a lot of people say, okay, well Vince Scully's the greatest of all time, but he was strictly baseball. He did a little bit of football, a little bit of basketball too, but mainly baseball. But Dick Enberg was so good at every single sport he called. Yeah. And
Musburger did. Was he only football? He did other sports. He did boxing, didn't he, or not?
I don't know. A little bit of baseball, I want to say
I think
too.
Musburger,
but he was mostly football and basketball. But Dick Enberg did like everything except NASCAR.
Who recently retired that called for the San Francisco Giants, who was real good? I think he... You don't remember?
I can't remember.
Was it Enberg did?
He did the Padres. Right up until last year, he was calling the Padres.
Okay, then maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Because baseball was his first love.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
He did so much else.
Yeah.
He was the voice of back-to-back... Well, I'll be a little nicer. He was the voice of all 4 Bills AFC Championship game victories.
Yeah. Yes. You know who else is I recently watched the NFL, A Football Life.
Mm-hmm.
John Madden. He's a pretty cool guy. Mm-hmm. John Madden
is he alive?
He's lived a pretty awesome life.
Pat Summerall and John Madden back in the day.
Yeah, those guys were the...
How about being John Madden just being able to disappear like that too?
Well, but he hasn't. That's the thing. You notice that he's just not. We don't see him because he's not on TV anymore. But like he's part of like the NFL Rules Committee. I think he's probably still really pop. Like he could probably just show up to a stadium and get the red carpet.
How much has he made just through the Madden video game?
Oh god!
How many times
so much money?
Do like TV like? Tom Brokaw is a great example where he retires, but he'll still pop up from time to time giving news stories. John Madden just kind of I think went away.
But that's what he did. That's what he did with the Raiders too. Mm-hmm. I think that's just kind of how he is. Like if he's not I'm sure he enjoyed it. If he doesn't feel like he's giving it his best, or if he feel like I think what he said when he retired from the Raiders, he's like, well, I did it all. I won the Super Bowl. I have nothing else to do.
People forget he was a great coach.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And this is just what I get from thinking of John Madden. I'm sure he lives in like a not huge house. It's probably like a 2-bedroom ranch.
You know what? He's probably he's probably a guy who has a lot of property. You know what I mean? He's probably just got like a little modest house, or he's got what he needs.
Yep.
And then he's probably just got like 7 acres of just like land where he can just like.
He's not living with the lavish.
We should do our top 5 favorite announcers sometime.
That'd be a good one. I mean.
And Mike, do you got airtime this week?
I was going to say, I know we mentioned at the beginning of the show, but if you're in town this week, check out Wood Kettle Brewing Company.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
right? Another soft opening on the 28th. Is that a Thursday?
Yeah.
Family and friends, but hey, show up if you want.
Everybody's family.
They'll take And after that, they'll be having consistent hours. It's really awesome spot. And
the beer's good.
We're all excited.
I had their, what do they call it? Blondie?
Yeah, blonde shell.
Blonde shell?
Yeah.
That was very good.
Cozy in there.
Yeah.
I got a couple of fact checks real quick.
What do you got?
We didn't mention this on the air, but when we were at the Dolphins-Bills game, I said, I wonder if Dan's going to be there. And someone's like, oh, Dan Marino's not going to be here. Turns out he was there. There was a picture of him and Jim Kelly exchanging some words.
Quick thing on Dan Marino.
Pleasantries, I should say.
We talked about this at breakfast. Whose career would you rather want, Dan Marino or Eli Manning? And we all kind of agreed on Eli Manning. Right? The 2 rings and the potential of being a Hall of Famer. Even though you're not known as being the best at your position all time.
This was that topic on the Dan Patrick show earlier.
We talked about it for about 3 hours this week. But, something for
I could go either way. I would lean towards Eli, I think. Yeah. If he makes the Hall of Fame, which I think he
will.
Should.
He's a Manning.
He should.
But he'll make it.
Yeah. Anything else on the fact check? Tyler?
Oh, a couple weeks ago I said that I went to Mr. Dominic's one time in 2003. It was actually 2004.
Oh my
Thank goodness.
God. How did you... How?
Let's wrap things up here. What did we...
what evidence did you find? Did you have a receipt?
Because you may recall I said it was during the Liberty Bowl with Boise State Louisville. I went back and looked up when they played the Liberty Bowl. It was 2004.
Next week's Power Ranking topic will be Joe's Choice. Joe, what did you choose next week for Power Ranking?
Okay, I'm going to reinstitute the... If you guys want to veto this, that's fine.
No veto. We don't veto anything here.
If you could watch any TV show again, not knowing what happens in the end of that show. Okay, so it's basically you rewatching it as
Episode 1 through the finale.
Till the finale.
But how would we know anything about that show?
You just know that, so it's almost like, okay, I love The Office so much. Okay, wipe my memory of what happens in The Office. Now I get to rewatch it. And you get to relive that show again.
I like it.
Okay? So you get to relive King of the
But
Hill
if we
again.
don't know anything about it, how do we know what we want to watch?
The same time you watched it the first time.
Inception, Tyler. That's how you
Don't
know.
overthink it, man.
I'm overthinking it, man.
Don't overthink
I like
it.
it, Joe.
Okay. Yeah, that's my power.
Are you going to be with us next week?
Yes. I mean, if we next Saturday, I cannot go live.
All right.
Find time during the
Troopers
week.
Movers is moving my grandpa. So
Oh, Troopers Movers.
Oh, this is
I'm
news.
joking. No, I'm moving my
Breaking
my
news.
grandpa. But we can anytime this week. Like I've got some things
Friday?
going on the old schedule. But let me know what works best.
Before
for
we
you.
go around the
Something
table to go over what we learned today, a quick update: the poll results. Facebook, 100% say no, over 10 votes. Uncle Norm down in Key West votes. Brides are the only ones allowed to be late on the
Wait,
wedding
time out. I
level.
thought we had at least one vote in my favor.
No, that was on the Twitter poll. This is the Facebook poll.
Oh.
And I'm checking the Twitter poll as we speak. On Twitter, it is
You said it depends
80% no, 20% yes.
It depends what the
5
bride thinks.
What was that?
You said it depends what the bride thinks.
No.
Because I think Sam would want me to play.
Uncle Norm says brides are the only ones allowed to be late, and no, the only vote that matters is, she says here, he better not be there, or he better be there when I tell him to be there.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, girl.
That's the only vote that really counts in all of this. Let's go around the table. Let's go over what we learned today. Mike, what did you learn today?
Tinder likes flag football more than he likes Truman here.
Joe, what did you learn today?
Drew hates Christmas because he doesn't like All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Bah humbug. What did you learn today?
I have a supportive wife.
That was a soft bell. Mike, what did I learn today?
It's always fun. It's fun. I gotta come up with two of them.
Well, then we're all going to have a Merry Christmas.
Have a Merry Christmas, everybody.
That's
Drive
a cop
safe.
out, Mike.
God bless you all.
Spend some family time the next couple days. We'll talk to you next week here on the 259 show. Thank you. Go Bills.